President Biden says he will announce his replacement for Justice Breyer's seat on the Supreme Court by the end of February, 1 month from today. The White House is hoping to pick up some Republican votes, in fact, have a bipartisan vote. That used to be exactly what would happen until recent years. And a handful of Republican senators have supported his judicial nominees so far, including one of his likely candidates to replace Justice Breyer. Joining us now is former Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Steele and former Obama White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs. Michael, first of all, the politicization of court nominees, relatively new, just, historically. Senator Mitt Romney did tweet his appreciation for Justice Breyer's service, saying it reminded me of what the Senate used to be. Do you expect party line votes here? Which Republicans should Democrats try to win over?
Yeah, in large measure, I think you will see party line votes. I think there will be an effort to get the Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, Murkowski's of the world, maybe the Rob Portmans to come on board with it. I mean, particularly given that they voted for his judicial nominees, particularly one who's being considered now for Supreme Court already. So that's a good thing. I think the Democrats don't need to overthink this process. Just do it. Trust the president on this one. He's going to put forward a highly qualified candidate for the office of Supreme Court, for the position on the Supreme Court. And they run through the process the way they need to run through it. I think a lot of this, crazy noise about, he's going to pick a black woman. Well, he said he was, just like Reagan said he was going to put a woman on the Supreme Court as a candidate for president. He said he was going to do that. So this is not some unusual effort by the president to carve out his nominee. President Trump, for all the folks on the right screaming about this, look, he had a list of white men that he was going to put on the Supreme Court, and he did that. So in large measure, except for Coney Barrett, she was on the list. So it's not this, whether they're on a list or the president, puts out a preference. This is all in keeping, and I think everyone should just get ready for a great nomination process. Well, and in fact, several of these nominees are people he knows who were in the Solicitor General's office in the Obama, at least one of them in the Solicitor General's office when it was the Obama-Biden White House. And, certainly someone who was nominated by him and got 3 Republican votes on the U.S. Court of Appeals right below the Supreme Court. That would obviously be someone that he would already have looked at, Judge Jackson. And then he's got Judge Childs, whom he's already nominated, is pending a confirmation hearing next week, and is a South Carolina judge strongly supported by Jim Clyburn, his strongest supporter. Robert Gibbs, this is not, some mystery here. He said he was going to do it, and, I covered Sandra Day O'Connor's nomination and confirmation when I was covering the Reagan White House. It's exactly, get the first woman, and this is going to be the first black woman. This is hardly affirmative action. This is, many would say, a long overdue recalibration of an all-white court, or mostly white court, except for Clarence Thomas.
Absolutely, Andrea. I mean, I think, look, the candidate Biden pledged to do this, and he's carrying through on that promise. We know this is going to be a black woman, and we know this person, according to the White House, is going to be a judge. So as you said, it's a pretty finite universe of people. I agree with Michael, too. This is straightforward and doesn't really need to be overthought, right? Pick a highly qualified nominee and just get 50 votes, 50 Democratic votes. And there's two reasons I think Democrats should be optimistic. 42 Biden judicial nominations have gone through the Senate, and not one Democrat has voted against one of those nominees. Secondly, Joe Biden used to be the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. Ron Klain, the White House chief of staff, helped shepherd through 2 nominees in the Obama White House. Chuck Schumer and Dick Durbin are enormously capable at getting this done. So I think the table really is set for a highly qualified nominee to be confirmed in fairly short order.
I was even thinking about Lindsey Graham, who, is from South Carolina, has a very large black population, and has certainly supported Judge Jackson for the appeals court just as recently as June.
Yeah, and look, I think, Senator Graham voted for Sotomayor and Kagan Obama nominees, and it'll be interesting to see Lindsey Graham's view on this. He has tended to say this is not about who he would nominate. His judgment is the person that is nominated qualified, and he has already voted, obviously, in one of these cases and said that they were highly qualified. So I think there's a 52 to 53 votes that you could see. And as Michael said, maybe a Mitt Romney or a Rob Portman or somebody else who's retiring wants to send a message about the process working differently. We're reminded that it wasn't that long ago, obviously a few decades, but Judge Scalia was nominated and confirmed 99 to nothing.
Yeah. It's such a good reminder, Michael Steele. It's also very possible. Look at what Mitt Romney said about Steve Breyer. I could see a Mitt Romney supporting a highly qualified candidate, and not. And
sure.
Joe Manchin has already said that the politics, the ideology, is not what's important to him in this case. It's character, temperament.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with you, Andrea. I think that's exactly right. I think you will see, some Republicans kind of move in that direction. I was listening to a reporter report earlier this morning something about, this is going to be a very difficult process. I'm sitting there going, no, it ain't. Name me the Democrat who's going to vote against the first black female to the Supreme Court. Name that Democrat of the 50 in the Senate. Name the one who's going to do that. So this is not going to be a difficult process at all. So I think we need to just bring the temperature down on this, put the hype aside and let Biden put his nominee forward and the country applaud that opportunity.
Well, I think the bottom line is that in a 6-3 court, it's not going to change the divisions on the key issues of abortion, guns, the like, affirmative action next year. Thank you both so much, Michael Steele, Robert Gibbs. Have a great weekend. Watch out for that snow.